Hi, I'm Paul, teacher with Cloud English. Today I'm going to be sharing with you different American expressions, also known as idioms. To refresh what the meaning of idiom is, an idiom is a collection of words that, put in a certain culture, take on a new meaning. So, if you were to just read the words by themselves, like he kicked the bucket, which is an example Luke gave in one of his videos, you wouldn't really be able to understand what he meant, other than maybe actually kicking the bucket. But in culture, this means that someone died. In American culture, this would mean that someone or something died. You could say, man, my dog just kicked the bucket. He's dead. You wouldn't really know that if you weren't familiar with the meaning of kicked the bucket. So the expressions or the idioms that I'm going to go over today are ones that are very common in American culture. The first that I'll begin with is all-nighter. This is an expression used most often with university students. And the reason why is because often university students have to stay up very late to study, to work on projects with their group. Maybe they're playing video games or computer games. It just sort of depends on the situation. But if someone does not go to sleep during the entire night, we would say they pulled an all-nighter. You say pulled an all-nighter. Or you can ask someone, oh, did you have an all-nighter last night? Or you could say to your friend, I was working on this project, I pulled an all-nighter, I'm sorry, I'm so tired today, and maybe not with it as much as I should be. Okay, so there's many uses for all-nighter. Basically, it's just whenever you stay up for the entire night. The next expression I have is eating away at me. Eating away at me. This is an expression used when something is really, really bothering you. An example might be if you said something that upset your friend. You may not have meant to upset your friend, but you did, and they told you, hey, I'm upset at you, I'm mad at you. This might eat away at you. And what I mean is it will bother you emotionally. Of course, nothing is going to happen to you physically. You aren't literally being eaten by your friend's anger at you. Just the fact that they are angry at you makes you upset. It really eats away inside. You're very bothered by it. Okay? Sometimes people have dreams, and the dreams are so upsetting, or they make them scared or happy or sad, it can really eat away at you. So what if the dream really came true? It can bother you. It can be upsetting. Okay, so some people go their entire lives, and one mistake during their life can really eat away at them. Okay, sometimes we say that over the course of a lifespan, something really ate away at me my entire life, and sometimes it's a very short time period that really ate away at me last week. Okay? The next expression I have is bent out of shape. Bent out of shape. So let's say that you have a roommate, okay, someone you live with, and you've had a dessert, something sweet, something really, really tasty in your refrigerator at home, or also known as fridge, called fridge or refrigerator. You have a really tasty dessert. Maybe it's a piece of cake or a piece of pie, some chocolate, something like that. And your friend eats your cake or your chocolate, and you say, whoa, you ate my chocolate, how could you do that? Well, you knew it was mine, I told you it was mine, I told you not to eat it, and you ate it. And your friend could go, whoa, 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 hey, don't get so bent out of shape. It's okay, I'll get you some more chocolate. Easy, don't get so bent out of shape, don't get so upset. Okay, so a very common expression used when one person is upset and the other person thinks you really shouldn't be that upset. This isn't a very big deal. Okay, relax. It's okay. Very common one, and one you can maybe try out with your friends if you upset them or they upset you vice versa. Okay? A pain in the neck. All right? A pain in the neck. And I don't mean a literal pain in the neck, or I don't mean a physical pain in the neck again. I just mean something that irritates you. It bothers you. Okay? Maybe once again you thought you had that dessert at home in your refrigerator, your friend eats it, and now you have to go all the way back out to the supermarket and buy another dessert. Maybe you had friends coming over and you had this dessert just for your friends. Now you have to go back outside, back to the supermarket. It's a real pain in the neck to take all of that time to go back to the supermarket and purchase something that you may have already purchased. Okay? Another thing that can be a pain in the neck. Maybe at your job or at your school, you have a lot of homework to do, or you are always having to study. You could say, ugh, this is such a pain in the neck. I'm really tired of doing all this work. I just want to be done. Such a pain in the neck. Okay? And the last idiom or expression that I have for you is actually split in two. The first is third wheel, and the second will be fifth wheel, but we will get to that. So third wheel is someone who maybe is out of place. Okay, so maybe you have a best friend or a very good friend, but they are also best friends with someone else, and so they invite you to go somewhere together, but you don't really know the other person, and so you're like, I don't really know your friend. I don't want to be the third wheel and maybe annoy you guys or bother you. I don't really know them. Or maybe if your friend has a boyfriend or a girlfriend and they invite you to a movie with them. I don't really want to be the third wheel on your date. That's sort of awkward or uncomfortable for me. I'm really not comfortable with that. You two will be talking and whatever you do as boyfriend or girlfriend, and I will just be there. I don't want to be the third wheel. You can have the same thing with a fifth wheel. Maybe you have two friends, they both have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend, but you're going to dinner with them all. They're talking as a couple or as couples, and you are just maybe sitting there uncomfortable or feeling strange or feeling awkward, not really sure what to do. You are the fifth wheel or you are the third wheel. Usually, or most of the time, you want to avoid the situations where you are a fifth wheel or a third wheel. It is not a good position to be in. It is very uncomfortable. I'm sure you have experienced it before, but now you will know how to say it in English. Okay? Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, contact me on WeChat at lukepriddy. I will see you soon.